Hello everybody, going to make you a random video, and today we're going to do some tomato steaks, and I need to use the edger. I'm going to rip some tomato steaks actually on the edger. So everybody wants to know more about this edger and what makes it tick. So basically, if you're looking at the front here, that gauge right there tells me how wide the board will be. So when you turn the crank, it gets you to your width. So anyhow, that's how that works. Then there's also a laser up there that follows that. So as I turn the crank, you can see it'll draw the line on the board. So let's go to the business end here. Also, this is a movable fence, which I have it set for my tomato steaks. I don't want to move it. And this right here is a sight line. So when you have the wane on the side of the, inside of there, it's going to be taking off a cut on the other saw blade. And then the movable saw blade, I'll show you that, is all underneath here. So one saw blade is fixed, so it does not move. And this saw blade here is the shifting saw. So I'm going to try to set you here on the camera and the stand here, and hopefully you don't fall in there, but I'll show you how I move it. So that's how I adjust the width of my board. So that's how easy that works. And it's powered by a 38 horsepower Kohler engine, twin cylinder, and it has a nice guard on it, so basically it can't run unless this lid is closed. It has a micro switch which basically will shut it off. You don't want to be underneath there when it's running. There's a conveyor that runs the infeed and outfeed. They're tied together. This is a big heavy weight drum, and it puts pressure between the belt and the actual board. And the off bear has the same thing. There's a big weight drum that pushes down on it, and it feeds the boards out. So basically, it's a very simple machine. There's actually a scale there that shows you how wide it can cut on this side as far as taking the wane off. So it'll take a board with a lot of wane real nice. It's got some capacity. So I've just been ripping these steaks here right on the edger. I can take them up to my shop, but I hate putting wet sawdust into my collector. It's really not good to do. You can end up with, it's just not a good idea to put wet sawdust in with dry. But let's go ahead and fire it up. I'll cut you a few tomato steaks and show you how this works. Other guys are real men, that's why.
There'd be no way to know where you were.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the gauntlet's just as good.
You call dotting your I's, crossing your T's.
Yeah, let's try it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we might be alright on our set works.
Yeah, you don't want to be too heavy, but you don't want to be too thin.
No.
You had it down there.